So you're saying you're playing a lot of Garen, right? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Yeah. Um, I think it's really good that you kind of focus on one champion. Um, the CS is sometimes a bit. I mean, sometimes it's good. Like 7.5 is quite decent, but in other games it's like really bad. So it seems like you have perhaps some struggles with farming when you're behind, right? Um,
Yes.
you kind of have to, how would I say, either try managing your wave states a bit better, so you can either freeze and get a perma freeze and try to get it from that, or you try to invade their jungle a bit when possible. Of course, it's a bit hard when you're behind, but um, we'll see why the CS is sometimes slow when you are losing. Because like this is 8 CS, that's like this is really good, right? But then I see this game and it's 3.6, and it's like
Yeah.
a big drop off. You have positive win rate, which is good. Um, I don't, did they play last season as well?
Not really.
Okay, so you just started? You're like a new player, or how?
No, no, this is my second account.
Ah, okay, okay. So about the build,
Yeah, I'm building Strike Breaker first,
yeah, I think
then
that's good. Yeah.
doing yeah, steel caps and mortar reminder. Everybody says it's better than Bramble on Garen because you can
Um,
block
yeah, I
the
like I like the idea of going Mortal Second. I think it's really good. The only thing I would consider changing is the boots. I really like Berserkers on Garen because you dish out so much damage with your E, right? Now, of course, if they
Mhm.
are really AD heavy, then you can go for plated steel caps. But
Yes,
okay, like this game plated steel caps are the play, right? No,
yeah.
sorry, wait, you're the wrong. No, I was watching the wrong thing. It's still okay. But then this one as well, plated steel caps, is good. Over here, you could go berserkers, I think. In the game you won. Over here,
Yeah.
definitely berserkers because
Mhm.
like they have Katarina, they have Ezreal who dishes out a lot of magic damage as well. Now, of course, you're facing a Wukong, which maybe would suggest that you want to go play it, but I still like with berserkers. I feel like you can carry more games. Like you're just
Mhm.
so instead of their if they're full AD or
Yeah.
something, I would go berserkers. Um,
You mean steel caps with their full AD?
if they're full AD, you go steel caps
Yeah.
or like really really heavy AD. But as soon as you
Yeah.
see two APs, I would definitely go for berserkers.
Okay.
Um, yeah, this game probably berserkers.
Mhm.
This game definitely berserkers. Like, oh, I went Mercury's this game. Now Mercury's this game is kind of not the best because like,
Yeah.
okay, you have Gwen, but Gwen does a lot of her with her auto attacks, right? Plus, if you're getting ganked by Vi, she only has knockups, so Mercury's threats tenacity doesn't really help you versus knockups, right? So things like that you have to know that suppression and knockups cannot get cleansed or affected by tenacity.
Mhm.
So going Mercury's
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
not very
But
useful. But
okay.
otherwise, like the build looks good. I like Mortal Rumble second because it gives you a lot
Mhm.
of attack speed, it gives you attack damage, and it gives you some movement speed as well, which is very important on Garen.
Yeah.
Um, Now, about the Mythic, I think Stridebreaker is probably the best option, but if you sometimes want to try some dark mechanics, you can go Gale Force as well. It's like very situational. If you're really really confident that you can one-shot someone, but they are really mobile, you can consider going Gale Force. Now, it's a really dark mechanic if you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
I've seen some people have extremely good win rates playing with the Gale Force. But it's really situational. So I would only build them if they're really squishy, if they don't have a lot of DPS, and if they kind of would kite you. So this lane is probably not the easiest for a Garen.
Yeah, Wukong is kind of hard.
I think you need to like wait for some levels or like this game. You did get kinda draft capped because you have zero freaking CC. The only CC you have is from Brown. So this game is kind of looking from comp wise is really kind of fucked. But it can't really affect that, I guess. If you play Garen, it's fine. Now what I would look for is you can consider going over here. Do you see my mouse by the way or no?
Yeah, he.
Wait, why can I get my EpiPen on? Okay, so considering that you can cheese this guy over here, like I always like to cheese, and Garen has a good cheese because you can just auto Q and then just run away, right? And he can't really do much about it. You almost normally win that trade. Plus, Garen likes to trade because of his passive, right? Your
Yes.
passive will always mean that if you have an even trade, you actually won the trade because of that. So, okay, let's see what you're doing with the wave over here. Um, Now I think pushing it straight from the start before you see him is maybe a mistake because what if he comes late to lane, right? If he comes slightly late to lane and you don't auto attack anything, there's a small chance that he does miss a minion. And like you still want to have the push advantage, but like when you see him, you can start doing it, right? You will still have the push advantage regardless. I feel like if you like, he still loses a minion, right? I think. Wait, does he lose the XP? I think he should
Yeah.
lose the XP. Yeah, he still lost it. But you know, in case like it's a really small margin. Like maybe the minions wouldn't kill this minion, and he wouldn't lose XP if you auto attack it, right? So it turned out still well because now he's one minion behind, right? So let's see if you took advantage of that. If he's one minion behind, like you should not be standing here. You're one minion ahead. Your wave is bigger. You should not let him take this minion for free. You should stand near. You guard this minion,
Hmm.
and when he goes for it, you auto Q him, and like he either misses the minion, um, and has an even trade, or he gets the minion but has a negative trade because you auto Q him, right?
Yeah.
So like you gave him this minion for free plus you took the poke, right? So this is like you were in a better position, but you let him kind of do what he wants, right? When in this case
Yeah.
you want him to kind of like you want him to make his bitch, right? At this point, like because you
Yeah.
are ahead, you're ahead. You have a minion advantage. He lost one minion due to being late to lane, and like this again, you take the minion, right? Then you guard this minion. This minion like is your tower. Like you're letting him auto attack it for free. Standing over here, like you're not even like you're not doing anything at this point. Like you let him get that minion for free while you should be guarding it. Same for this one. You see this one, this minion is low. This one is like imagine it is like objectives. It's like a small objective. Like again, it seems like you're gonna let him. Yeah, at this point, you're just letting him do whatever he wants. Where I think that you have to fight for every minion. Like this minion is your like this minion, the red one, and this minion are your next two objectives. You have to get this one and you have to defend this one. So he
Yeah.
gets another minion for free. You did nothing to stop that while you can. He also lets you take minions for free, which is I guess good. But again, you let him do like why do you not auto attack here? You should auto attack. Like every time he goes in for a minion, you auto attack or auto attack Q and just look for something. Because your passive right now is useless. You're not gaining anything from your passive because you're full HP. Like being full HP with Garen is like throwing half of your kit away, right? So you want to be trading with him. Again, this next minion, you should be fighting for it. And it's actually what happens is, if I see it correctly, that he gets level 2 before you get level 2, right? Let me just double check, or did I see that wrong? Yeah, he gets level 2 before you get level 2. While he missed a minion at the start and you had a minion advantage.
Mhm.
Which you should never allow to happen. Now, of course, he doesn't punish it. Like, he should be, okay, it was only one minion, but if I was Wukong, the moment I get level 2, I jump onto you and I try to trade with you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So the first few mistakes I see is that you did not kind of take advantage of him losing a minion,
Yeah.
and you let him
Yeah.
get every minion for free.
Yeah. So I should auto attack when he goes
Yeah,
for any movie.
yeah. For
Yeah.
any minion he goes, you auto attack it. Like you just see this min. Like imagine that you're him, right? What would you do? You would go into that minion and try to last hit it, right?
Yes.
You have to say, okay, well, I'm gonna try to either deny him the minion or take a chunk of his HP for that, right? It's either. So he has to decide he's gonna take the minion or he's gonna get. And now he's actually on the offense. Like he has more minions than you, which means that he's not on the offense, which should never happen when we have an XP advantage because of he was late to lane, and also we had 5 to 3 minions. So you should be auto attacking a bit more the wave as well, not just him, also the wave, because also you saw he was doing the leash on red, right?
Yeah.
Which means you are in no, like it's really rarely that a Mumu will come up to you. Like no Amumus almost do a three like do a full clear top and then gank, right? It's really rare that they do that, because they need kind of, I think they need like to go to their bot side as well, to the blue side. So you are in no, almost no risk of getting ganked by the Amumu.
No.
Therefore, if you push the wave slightly, um, you shouldn't have any troubles. But what you did is you let him get control of the wave, which means that he's not trading into you with a minion advantage. Which you still win the trade, which is good, I guess. But or do you? He's now got Conqueror stacked. Okay, it was still a decent trade for you, but it could have been much better if you had control of the wave and if
Yeah. Yeah.
you so like what should happen? Like you had 5 minions to 3 minions. You do not let him auto attack the wave. You get level 2 and you all in him level 2 when he's still level 1, right?
Mhm.
Because like every level is like 500 gold of stats. So it's like if you're level 2 and he's level 1, it's like you just bought like 500 gold.
Mhm.
So now here it's
Yeah.
good that you're a
Yeah.
bit pushing. Right, can I make it direct camera off, right? Yeah. This is good. Like now you're in control of the wave. So what you want to do here is look for a slow push of the next wave and then reset, right?
Yes.
Okay, he is resetting. I don't know why. Like if you see him resetting, you need to start shoving immediately. So you need to like waiting. This is like you need to shove it as fast as possible, right? Because if
Mhm.
you see him back, okay, this is now good. You probably should have done the E earlier, right?
No. Yeah.
But now I would just reset. Like if you hit the turret, it's yeah, it's a bit greedy to hit the turret, right? Like you have some gold for sure. Wait, how can I? Is it G? I don't know, this is like a shortcut to show the gold. Here is, like you have 500 gold, like almost 600 gold, right?
Mhm.
And you could buy something with that. Like Wukong is gonna come back. He didn't buy anything actually, but still, like if you back before you start hitting the turret, you can buy, I don't know, like a longsword, or you can buy boots plus dagger if you wait a few seconds, and like you're in a really strong position. Now I assume that you just hit the turret. I don't know if you back after it. We'll see. Like
Yeah. I agree.
before 5 minutes, turrets receive less damage, right?
Yes.
So hitting it
Okay.
before 5 minutes in most cases is really useless. Because you see, you do no damage to it, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe you get a plating, but you waste so much time with that. And if you back now, you're actually losing minions. Because if you back when the minion wave crashes, you would lose one, maybe 2 minions. Right now, you already missed one, and you haven't even backed still, right? Okay, I guess you don't back. But you could be already back in lane right now with a gold advantage, like with actual bot items, right? If you ward
Yeah.
here, it's again a bit, yeah. Okay, so Wukong is pushing into you, right? So it's an extremely small chance that Amumu ganks you while you're getting pushed into, right? Because you should be in a really safe spot right now, right? Like this wave is going into you, and it means that Amumu won't be able to gank you.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah. This is a good gank from Nidalee. You should probably get something out of it, I think. Oh, he juked you all. But you think you should get it, right? Yeah, that's good, yeah. Okay, let's see what you like. Ideally, with the wave, there's two things you can do. I would try to make the wave a bit smaller and kind of wait for this wave to come up and then back. Because if you shove this, you're not going to be able to shove fast enough, I think, before the next wave comes, right? Um, so it's good that you clear out a bit. We'll see what you do after. Because you don't want this to crash. He's gonna lose too much. But we also need to back because we're probably sitting on quite a lot of gold at this point. Yeah, it's 1k gold. That's quite a lot. Okay. So, I mean, you can still shove the next wave, I guess, and it's good. I would shove this wave, I think. Because now you're gonna lose minions again. Like, you already lost one, you're probably gonna lose like 2 or 3 minions. But if you shove this, I don't think Wukong can freeze this. Like, he's tanking 6 minions. Like, if he freezes it, it costs him a lot of HP. And it's not really worth for him. And you can easily unlock the freeze, I think, anyways, so it's fine. Whip is good, I like that. Also, I would consider just buying Berserker's Greaves first item. I think it's really OP on Garen if you go boots first, just tier 2 boots. Because he really likes movement speed, he likes attack speed as well. I really like going that first. Okay, this is a bit of a, how would I say, layering problem, I guess. Like, you have to, if Wukong goes in and you know that his clone is not on cooldown, he probably will just go in and clone out, right? This is just a bit of a matchup, I guess, situation where you have to know that, like, if Wukong goes into you and you know that he probably has clone, he will probably just go in and clone out, right?
Yeah.
Now, in this case, you need to start trimming the wave as fast as possible because he wants to crash this wave right now because he probably, I don't know, does he want a reset? I would assume he does. He can buy some things with the reset, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you fight into this, like, you're getting all this minion aggro,
Um,
right? If you hit him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, if it's also fine to let it crash, I guess. Hitting him over here is, yeah, it's fine that you go for the wave as well, yeah. Because if you just hit him, you're gonna get all this aggro. But this was good. If you get the wave as well, it's good. Okay, this is now nice. This is really well played. I mean, he was stupid. He did pretty much the same thing you did before. When you didn't back, he should be backing. Like, if he crashes such a big wave, he should back. Like, he had 700 gold. Like, it's not a lot, but it's like 2 longswords or boots plus longswords. It's something, right? And he comes back, he's gonna have more effective gold than you, and he can then fight you again. And he was a level down on you as well. Like, that was just really bad from him. He gave you the advantage, like, he gave you, how would I say, a possibility of taking advantage of it, and he took it, so, which was really good. That was a really well played. But to be honest, he should never do that. Like, he just gave you a free kill there. Again, over here, you could consider either taking a plate and going back because it's really close, or just going back, right? You should probably have a decent amount of gold. 800, I think it's worth backing for 800, 900 gold.
Yeah.
Plus, I think the ward. I don't know if you saw Mumu. I guess you didn't. Wait, did you know Mumu was there?
No.
Oh, I guess you didn't. Okay, then the ward was okay. Yeah. Yeah, the ward was fun. For a second, I thought maybe you saw a Mumu. Like if you see a Mumu there, like it's not really good that you ward. It's a bit useless. But if you don't see him, of course, it's good to ward. So in this case, I think plating and then back, because you need to get your gold spent. Okay, not hitting the plating here is probably though wrong in this case, because you just throw away 160 gold, right?
Yeah.
Also here, okay, do not Q. Also, always you should auto attack Q, because Q is an auto attack reset, right? So if you auto attack Q, it resets your like attack speed
Like, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
So you can get some extra. Like I don't know why he's fighting you here, to be honest. Like it's really stupid, but I guess we'll take it. The Wukong is a bit bad, I think, but it's fine.
Yeah, he wasn't really good. But he had like 1 million metric points.
He did? What?
Yeah, he bought an account, I think.
That's interesting, because it looks like he looks terrible to me.
Yeah.
So over here, I would stack another wave, push the wave, and then back, because now you're probably sitting at a lot of gold. Yeah, we need to spend this gold as soon as possible. I would just eat the wave and just back. Just ignore him. If he hits you, it doesn't matter. Right now, our priority is to get the wave under the turret so we can finally back. Because stacking another wave is probably not possible, I think. Maybe we... I think they're gonna come to... Yeah, now you're in this weird situation where this is one of the
Yeah,
worst wave states possible, right? Because it's over here, the turret is taking the minions, your caster minions are shooting at their, you cannot really properly farm this, because if you go, you take turret shots. This is just one of the worst wave states possible. Luckily, Nidalee is here to help you out, but if Nidalee was not here, right, Amumu has a free gank on you, and while you still probably don't die, this is just awkward, right? It feels awkward, I assume. Yeah, he's here. I mean, you probably actually win this if you fight. Okay, now that she misses the Q. But in this case, you need to back. You need to really back. Like you're 1500 gold, you need to back, but you're staying again, which is
yeah. I should have backed.
Yeah. So I think this is one of the main problems that I see in this gameplay, is that you just don't back when you should. Like otherwise, you're playing it well. And this wave state was a bit of a problem. Otherwise, wave states were fine. I think there was nothing wrong with it. This was just a mishap, but hitting the turret again here is possible, but you need to take the wave as soon as possible, and then really need to back as soon as you can, because like you're sitting on 2k gold. Like that is a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So I would just eat this and then get out as soon as possible. Okay, good. I think you're backing now, right? Yeah. It worked out fine, but you never know when you have a fight and you lose the fight because you didn't spend your gold. So yeah, right here, like, okay, so you're winning your lane really, really hard, right? And their Moon was AP, their Katarina is AP, their Ezreal is AP, kind of. I mean, he's of course AD carry, he does a lot of AD damage, but he also does a lot of AP damage. Sona, same AP, and I think you still went for plated steel caps, right? I think this game is a prime example of that you must go berserkers. Because also you're winning lane. If you were losing lane, okay, I would consider going plated steel caps, but if you're winning lane, as hard as you are, I think berserkers are a must. I like that you're freezing here, it's fine. It's a good freeze. Like he's losing so much of this. This is a really good freeze. Shoving here is also good, I guess. Yeah, you denied him some, and you see him there.
Yeah.
It was unlucky that he got a shutdown, but he dies for it. I think hitting this ward is probably a bit of a waste of time, because you know that you just want to get this under and then look for something else. You see everyone on direct now, I assume? Yeah, so this is just a free turrets. But the play was really good. The freeze is really good. It's just unlucky that he got the kill. But
Yeah.
to be honest, he lost so much XP that I don't think the kill even matters. Yes, he got 750 gold, but he's 2 levels down on you. Okay, what you do here? You probably expect that Wukong's gonna come to you, right? I would assume.
Hmm.
So you just don't let him get to the wave. You just walk here, and you say, "Fuck you, Wukong. You're not getting anything out of this." You ignore the turret. Like I would actually keep the turret up right now and just walk over here and just not let him do anything because you're 2 levels on him. Items are pretty much similar, but that's just because you haven't backed yet, which in this case it's totally fine that you haven't backed. You just walk here and just don't let him get to the wave. Of course you get a turret, which is also fine. A lot of gold. But if you did that, you can still get the turret later, and you also deny him a shit ton of experience and gold, right?
Yes.
It's like a really cool move that you can do, which not a lot of people do, I think, because they're just afraid. But that it seems scary walking between two turrets, but it's really not. Especially as a Garen who can just like run out, and you still have flash, you can feel safe. Over here is a bit of a risky time to slow push, I think. I would just try to get this wave out as soon as possible, because like you're
Okay.
really prone to a gank, right? Like the whole
Hmm.
river. Like you do have it warded, but you see the Amumu here, and you see Amumu here, and you start running immediately. He can probably still, I mean, maybe
Kill
not.
me.
He can catch you. Like you probably won't see him the first second, right? He's visible,
Hmm.
I'd assume, because it's really hard to see it instantly. Um, so it's possible that he catches you out. But to be honest, I think at this point you can even 1v2 them. But regardless, the correct play is maybe to just try to get this under a soon. Yeah, now you're getting ganked. Like
Yeah,
I would
and
say that you
I
might be
die.
actually die. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I die here.
You
Oh,
die?
actually,
I don't think you die, do you? If he hits the Q, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'll do that now after you refight.
no, no, I think that. Oh yeah, I die. Or
Yeah.
right.
I mean, you had the ulti up. Maybe you weren't able to cast it.
Yeah, I will take it.
He probably because of the knockup, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, okay. So slow
I should have
pushing
backed.
over here is awkward, right? It's really awkward. Slow push over here. Like I would, if possible, stack 2 waves over here or maybe over here, right?
Mhm.
And then just fast push the next wave and back. Over here, it's a really dangerous position. Like imagine, would you ever do it if this turret was up? Would you ever slow push over here? Probably never, right?
No, yeah,
So just imagine like if even though there is no turret over here, you still have to kind of imagine that it's still the wave as it was before when it still was up, right? Because over here, if the turret is up, you feel in danger in the laning, like in the laning state, right? In the laning phase, because you see a turret here, it means oh I'm close to them, right? Now that the turret is down, people think oh it's still safe to be here, but it's actually the same position as they are in before. It's still extremely dangerous. So just try to get the wave in faster, and you'll be fine. No real problem. So yeah, even yeah, this is plated steel caps are a bit iffy in this game.
yeah.
I guess Katarina is going the AD build, kind of old the on-hit build, which will still block some of her AD damage, but I still feel that berserkers are normally better. I think at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ward is good there. So yeah, this is much better now. You fast push the wave, but going forward is a bit dangerous now.
Yeah, I should have
Um,
avoided.
you don't know. I mean, wait. Let me see if you know where Amuma is. I wasn't paying that much attention to your vision. Your blue side. I don't think you know where Amuma is, right? You have no idea where Amuma is. Okay, you see him now. Okay, when you see him there, then it's fine. But now you see him going back up. Yeah, in this case, like you saw Mumu going up here, you need to get out, right? I would assume that you're gonna get ganked here and be really close to dying, if not dying. That's what I would think. Let's see if it happens. Where is the Mumu? What the hell is he doing? Oh, he went back. What? Okay, he's bad, I guess. Well, I guess Katarina's gonna do his job. Probably kill you here, right? Or not?
Yeah, I die, I die.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's again like a classic overstay. You have
Yeah.
no vision in their jungle. You have no vision. Like, Amumu should have ganked you even before, right? Before that. And now Kassadin probably dies as well. Oh, well, he's just Kassadin, I guess. He just R's out. But it's a wasted TP from him as well. So yeah, like once you get past of this point, if you don't have vision on their most of their champions, you just want to push as fast as you can and get out, right? And that's kind of the idea, because you're really gambling if you're like here, and you were here for a long time, right? Let's check how long we were
Yeah,
here.
I need to back more when I have at how much gold do I have to back? Like 800, 900, 700.
Uh, to be honest, any gold is good. Like, it's always better to. I mean, you have 400 already now. I would assume you have close to like 500. If you push the next wave, you should had like 700 gold, right?
Uh,
And we'll see. Wait, let me check. Probably even like, okay, yeah. Push this. Like, this wave should be pushed immediately, and you have 700 gold. And let's see what you can buy for that. You can probably buy. You can maybe sell this, and you can buy Zeal, right? You can sell Doran Shield and you get Zeal. And Zeal is a really good item on Garen. Let's see how much gold you have. 715. Okay, you can't get the whole Zeal, but you can get a dagger and the crit cloak, which is still a pretty good buy. And again the wave, yeah, we're not pushing the waves fast enough, because it happened now I think the second or third time where the waves met just in front of their turrets. If we are a bit faster with pushing out this wave, like I'm not afraid of this Wukong at all, right? Okay, if you get ganked, it's the only way you die. So why let him? Like, why not contest this wave over here? Like, you get him. Like, he has no clone. He has nothing. You need to get this wave under, right?
mhm.
I see no reason why we are not just getting this wave. The only thing we can do, I guess, is take this. This is the only play that I see. And now still, we're not hitting the wave. We're walking around doing like nothing. Like, if we didn't wait those 2-3 seconds, the wave would crash under his turret probably, right? Now it's just gonna get over here in this awkward place again, where it's really hard to clear the wave, because if you do, you get turret shot really quickly. We're just walking around a bit too much. Like, you should be auto-attacking, auto-attacking, auto-attacking. And we are losing that valuable time of still having to be here, and then we're just giving them kills like this, because we aren't pushing the waves fast enough in dangerous positions, right?
Mhm.
Going mid here is fine, yes. I like that rotation. So I
Okay.
get... I would always try to push one more wave, because your mid laner is not in position anyways. I would
Mhm.
first push this wave and then rotate the Drake. You always want to first take the wave and then rotate. And this looks like a free Drake. I hope you
Yeah.
get out here so you don't fight, because fighting here is really bad. Okay, good. It looks like you won't. Good. Now I would just run top. I don't think it's backing viable. No, not really. Just run top. I mean, this is
Okay.
just... I don't know why your team is fighting here. This is such a random fight for absolutely nothing, right?
Mhm.
This is like... This is just Ooga Booga, icy gold, and when we should not be. Wait, how did you die? Oh, to Katarina?
Yeah, Katarina and Mamu.
Ah, okay.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit unlucky, but I think the play is to run top at the start.
Yeah.
But your team is weird. Like Kassadin should stay mid, and you should go top. But your team, for some reason, decided to fight bot. It was really stupid of them. I don't know why they did it. So, and they kind of dragged you into this weird position where you had to push out the mid wave. Um, but again, it feels like if we stop, like this wave will crash, right? But we are again going for this turret. Like we see three people down bot. But we see Katarina. We don't see Katarina and Amumu, right? So if you don't see Katarina and Amumu, you always kind of want to assume that they're walking towards you, because where else would they go, right? Like if you look at it from their position, like even a few seconds before that,
Mm-hmm.
like imagine that you're Katarina, right? What are you doing in this position?
Uh, Going mid.
Yeah, because walking bot, the play is dead, right? Walking
Yeah.
top, the wave is too far. The only viable play for her is to go mid. And even without the Mumu, I think she kills you probably, right?
Yes. I think it's
So going for this turret is extremely greedy. What you do in this case is walk, take
in
this,
wait on that.
and go top. I haven't seen you take one enemy jungle camp, but you destroyed this turret like a long time ago, right? You need to walk into their jungle a lot more if you know the knowledge of where they are, or even if you don't. Like you don't need to know. Katarina will go mid because there's a wave coming, right? If she comes to you, it's really weird. So if you see a Mumu here, you beat his ass, right? So it's not
Yeah.
a problem. Um, so going taking their camps and then rotating into top lane, I think is the correct play over here.
Good.
I feel like laners just don't invade enough. Like it feels like junglers doing jungle camps. No, laners, especially top lane, should invade enemy camps as often as possible. I don't know why their Ezreal is here. It's a bit of a weird one. Okay. Mm, okay, I'm not sure what we're doing right now. Okay, we're taking a ward. Yeah, your Nidalee is a bit overplaying it. Yikes, that cone was yikes. Okay, the Nidalee is
Yeah.
yeah, like okay, you see her dying. Like I know you're in your head, you're like, oh no, I need to help my teammate. Poor teammate's gonna die. But no, like you say, well, he fucked up. He deserves to die, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you're in a really bad spot right now just because of where you went to help Nidalee. Here you just want to back out. Give them the turret, fine. They're 5-manning top. Give them top turret. Your team will get bot turret, right? Walking over here is again, you can kind of save it, but if they were good, they can
Yeah, I
dive you.
like it. I like it.
Yeah. Like
I
they
like
can
it.
dive you right now. Even if you're back off now, you're still dead, right? I mean, they go after Ezreal, which I
And
guess,
unlucky that I couldn't do
yeah,
it.
it was the right. Like after you commit to it, it was the right play to try to go to Ezreal, because you would die anyways because they're all here, right? But you shouldn't be here in the first place. Like I immediately when I see, but I'll put it on your fog of war, your blue side like this. Okay, we go for a ward, right? Yeah. Like we see 2, we see 3, we see
Mm-hmm.
4, right? Immediately we see 5. Like when I see 5 top, I'm getting the shit out of here, you know? Like your Nidalee is dead because she's griefing. And like at this point, you just need to go into this bush and reset, or get to this turret and just back and just go somewhere else, or just wait here. You know, I don't know how much gold we have. I don't think we can buy anything. I don't know. Zeal. We cannot really buy anything with this, right? Maybe if we sell this, we can get the what's it called? The last, no, not the last pursuit. The how's it called? The thing we are building, right? I lost the name of it. Mortal Reminder. Um, we want to get to that, right? But 5 people top. like you need to get out of there, right? Because they're gonna collapse onto you. So here, walking to death is. I mean, maybe you can still do something here. You can maybe one-shot the Sona. But when you go up there, you just need to get down. Like 5 people top, you're never winning this, right? Nidalee is dead. This guy is useless. He insta-dies. And your bot is trading, so it's not that bad. Like, they're investing 5 people into the top turret. If nobody out of your team dies, and your team gets bot turret, it's actually worth for you. So sometimes you just need to know to give up objectives, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I need to defend this turret, but 3 people die for this turret, plus you lose a turret, I would assume they take it probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you take 1 turret, and that's definitely not worth. If it's 1 turret for 1 turret, it's worth, because you're getting minions bot, you will get minions top while they're losing everything on bot, right? So it's yeah, this is just overstaying again a bit. You need to know when the play is dead, right? When the play is like impossible to defend. Because your team was doing something on the other side of the map, so it's perfectly fine to trade. You see, you think 4 people, so it's fine now to just push. There's nothing wrong with pushing over here. Okay, actually got a shutdown. I would just push this as fast as I can, try to get as many things possible.
Mhm.
Again, auto attack Q is always better. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now you have to leave. Yeah, that's good. You can take their jungle caps again. Okay, you do. That's good. It's good. Like, I would just apply when you see Ezreal here, you just apply pressure.
Mhm.
So it's good. Yeah, this is good. When your team just dies, like at this point in time, Katarina is just a bit too fat, I guess. But what you can do is push. I would push another wave, and because you still see a lot of them there, right? You know Katarina is there, and you can run away from the others, right? This is fine. Yeah, I like this play. This was the correct play. And now you can go to their chickens. You can recall, I guess, but I think you can try to get that as well. You should be in no danger. Okay, now we're a bit A-ramming. Someone needs to get bot wave. I would probably walk bot this time now and try to get this turret. Because the objective is going to be on the other side, right? I feel like as Garen, you can just split push really, really, really solidly. Like, even if you're 1-4, I feel like you're still so strong in here. You have very good farm. Like, I feel like you're still really, really strong. So you can just go bot and just try to force this turret. If, like, I mean, force as in terms of if you can. Like, if you see other people on the map, if you see 3 people elsewhere on the map, including Katarina, you can go for it. If there's if you don't see Katarina, then it's a bit risky, right? But if you see where Katarina is, I would just be pushing, because she's the only one that can reliably kill you. Wukong got really fat though. That's unlucky. Didn't play too well. I think you're going a bit too much for the backline, and it's a kind of a odd time to fight with your Brown being dead. Like, you have to assume that there are 5 here, right? Because, I mean, in case they're not terrible, they're all gonna be here, right? If they're terrible, okay, yeah, they're gonna be like 2 or 3 just dancing around here. But if they're at least to some extent good, they're gonna be here as a 5 stack. And yeah, going for Ezreal, of course, is good. But if you have no one to follow up, like Lucian is there, your team is there, it's better to kind of just try to peel for your backline. And just try to right kind of front to back. Yeah, this kind of goes just poorly, I'd assume now. They can dive you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, at this point the game is probably over. Not much you can do. So the ARAM was a mistake. Like if you go bot and try to just push out the wave, even if your team dies, like it's not your fault. It's their fault.
Yeah.
So we want to try to kind of you're gonna lose games because of your teammates being stupid, but as long as you're doing the correct things, it doesn't matter, right? You will get better. It's important that what you do, I guess. I think you just have to get this Baron. I would just push. You know they're on Baron, right? If they're not on Baron, they're odd. Just push out the waves. Taking a junk camps is good, but I don't think this is the time for it. Because this wave is like too close. The wave needs to be past the river, ideally. Because you're just losing minions over here. Like this whole wave is gone, the whole next, and we're just fighting for nothing really. We cannot fight them at this point. We are like 6k gold behind. Their Katarina is destroying everyone.
The game is over.
Yeah. I'll actually get her. I mean, she griefed that really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pushing the waves out is fine, I guess. But you actually get lucky with some kills here, I see. Well, I mean, at this point, like, if you clean this up, this game is winnable. Then again. Okay, yeah, this game is now again kind of winnable. Because you went from 1-4 to 6-5. Your Kassadin is 7-5, which is quite decent. Like this game, how did you lose this game so fast after this? Did someone just die then?
I died. I dived a Mumu in the tower and I died and
Ah,
failed.
okay. Unlucky.
Yeah, it was really my bad.
I mean, this is good. Like your waves are fine.
Yeah, I
This is now a really good position for you. Let's see what goes wrong.
yeah, it was really my bad.
Oh yeah, you're going a bit
Yeah.
deep.
And I died and then that.
Yeah, this is yeah. It was a bit greedy, I guess, going for that. Unlucky.
Yeah.
But you'll learn from it. It's fine, no problem. I get to just run you down to base, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go into. Okay. So the main things I saw were a bit. I'll write it down. First thing was playing around level 2. Like if their top laner is late to the lane, and you have a minion advantage, you want to push that minion advantage for a level 2 first, right? It is almost a crime that he lost 1 minion XP. He was down 3 to 5 minions, and he still got level 2 first. Like that should not be happening ever. And after you get level 2, you just want to engage into him as soon as possible. So basically abuse the level 2 spike. Second thing is not letting him farm for free, right? Every time he goes in for a CS that you can punish, you need to do it. You need to, like, your positioning is way too far from the action. You're positioning behind your wave for no real good reason, to be honest. Like, you want to be staying just behind your first wave of minions, of your melee minions, because you want to defend your minions from his auto attacks. In terms of you either trade for damage or you either trade that he cannot get the minion, right? Just punish it, and you need to see as your minions imagine that you're not just CSing your minions, but you're also defending your minions. Sorry, no, I worded that weirdly. You are CSing his minions, and you're also defending your own minions.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So yeah, play for both sides of minions. Fourth thing that I saw was auto attack plus Q instead of just queuing. Like it's the only real mechanic on Garen. Like Garen is quite a straightforward champion, right? The only thing that you can really mechanically do on him is like auto attack Q instead of just queuing. It's like it's 100 damage, but the 100 damage can be important. Um,
Mhm.
the wave management most of the time was fine. I saw do some freezes which were really good. The only thing is um, resetting. Wait, how do I say? Pushing the waves and resetting, right? Push wave, reset. Because a lot of time we overstayed. We were like having 1.5 thousand gold or 2,000 gold, and we were still going in to push the wave and then hit the turret when we really didn't have anything to gain from it. Um, and then it was just some classical overstaying, which is really common and everyone does it. Like even in high elo, people just overstay because it's like a dopamine hit,
Yeah.
right? You just want to get another wave and another wave. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's really hard to get rid of that because everyone does it. Like in high elo, like people still do it. But it's good to still know that it's a mistake. Um, and yeah, just being how to say, not having any downtime. Um, because you remember the play at their second top turret when the second time we got our wave just in front of their turret, right? When it crashed with their minions. If you don't
Yeah.
wait 2 or 3 seconds before we start clearing their wave, that doesn't happen and we don't die. So it's like because we're just walking around our minion wave doing nothing, it costs us like those 2 3 very valuable seconds where if we started pushing the wave immediately, then we don't get into this bad situation of having to push another wave because it just didn't crash for like 2 3 seconds. It didn't crash because we were too late. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much, and of course the overstay at the end, but that is like, I mean overstay, like they over engage, but that's like not really, how can I say, not coachable. That is just a decision that was made at the moment and perhaps it didn't work too well. But it's not a big issue, I think. Like, yes, it costed the game, but it's not a big issue, I think, because you win and lose most games. I think in the first 15 minutes, it's where, how to say, you have most control of the game in that time. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Do you have any questions?
No, I think you explained everything.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope I learned you something. I taught you
Yeah.
something. It was like,
Yeah.
as I said, I'm a bit new to this, so I if
Yeah, I think you're really good.
um I don't know how well I explained it and if everything that I explained was correctly because but hopefully you learned
Yeah,
something. If
I'll
you have
try
time,
to.
you can
Uh,
you can write me a short review or a short like feedback. Also tell what was bad. Like I mostly want to hear what was bad because I mean
where?
also tell me what was good, but tell me what was bad because that's the only way I can improve, I guess.
In coaching.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I know everything was good. You explained the weak points and something I have to improve on, and you summarized it in text you sent me. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Well, I
Yeah,
wish you good luck in your future games.
yeah. Thank you and good luck in coaching.
Yeah, thanks. Have a nice one, man. See ya.